to the lecture series on AutoCAD. Myself Sheikh Naim. Today we are going to see orthographic projection of a circle in parallel to one of the reference planes. Okay, we have a problem here. You can clearly see. So we need to draw the circle which is having 50 diameter when its plane is uh, parallel to VP. So when we have a circle, when it is parallel to vertical plane and its center distance from the horizontal plane is 30 The center distance from the horizontal plane is 30 and it is 20 in front of the vertical plane. So the distance between the plane to the vertical or vertical reference plane is 20 Okay, today we try to draw this diagram in the AutoCAD. Okay, okay. So before that, first we will construct a rectangle uh, with 100 along the x direction, 100 along the y direction. So I will be considering the rectangle lower corner point as 0 comma 0 and upper corner point of the rectangle as 100 comma 100. I try to construct my front view and top view of the circular plane within this limits, that is lower limit is 0 comma 0, upper limit is 100 comma 100. Okay, and then okay, we try to open AutoCAD and we try to construct this diagram. So in AutoCAD, the first command we will choose is command is units. Then we try to change our units to millimeter. In units, we try to choose our units are millimeters. Then OK. The next here we need to, before constructing our rectangle, first we need to construct some layers here. Okay, I will be creating some layers with the command is called layer. I will be repeating once again. Command is a layer. When you enter layer, you can see there are different options are available. Here first we'll create a new layer. You can see there is a option is available to create your new layer. So or you can simply type alt plus n such that you can directly create a new layer. I will be selecting new layer here. Then I will be giving layer name as construction lines. I will be giving my layer name as construction lines. Then I will be choosing, you can see clearly there is a color, uh, line type, line weight, transition, okay, plot style. Lot of options are available in layer. So layers are helpful to differentiate our diagram. So I'll be choosing for construction line, I will be choosing color is a yellow. Then I will be choosing my line weight. See, you can have a different line weight or line thickness here. I will be going to choose my line weight for construction line as 0.2. Okay, then I will be creating another layer. So I will be creating another layer, that is main drawing. Then I will be going to select color as a white. Always choose white color for your main drawing because background is a black color. So for main drawing I will be choosing 0.2, okay, 0.8. For main drawing I will be choosing as a line weight as a 0.8, that is nothing but thickness. Then I will be creating another layer. I will be choosing my layer as XY line. So for XY line also I will be creating another layer. I can choose color is a red. Okay. Then I will select line weight is 0.2. Same as a construction line. Then I will be going to create new layer, that is my dimensioning. So I will going to choose color. is cyan. You can see I will be choosing for dimensioning, I will be choosing a color is called cyan. Then I will be taking the line weight as 0.5. I will be taking line weight as 0.5. Then I will going to have a new layer. Again, layer name is text. Then I am going to choose color. For my text is magenta. I will be choosing my color text is magenta, and line weight is 0.5 only. I will be choosing same line weight for my dimensioning and text. So this is how we can create our layers. You can see, so here the 0 is given green color tick mark. That means it is a current layer. I want to change my current layer from 0 layer to construction line. You can simply double click on the construction line such that it will made as a current layer. Okay, then I will close this window. Then after that I will use command is a limits, because I already changed units to millimeter. Then I'm choosing my command is a limits. I already said to draw this diagram I will be using lower limit is 0 comma 0 and upper limit is 100 comma 100. So for that reason I will be going to enter my lower limit is 0 comma 0. Then it is asking upper right corner, which is nothing but 100 comma 100. Then press enter. Now so our limits are fixed now. Then I try to draw rectangle. You can see I try to draw a rectangle. When I type rectangle, it is asking first corner point. I will be mentioning my first corner point as a 0 comma 0. You can see I will be drawing this rectangle now. This rectangle will be drawing. So when I mention my first corner point is 0 comma 0, enter. Then I will be specifying other corner point is 100 comma 100. Then enter. But whatever rectangle I drawn, it is not visible because we our limits are out of our view. So I will be using command is called zoom. Then enter. I will be selecting zoom type as a all. When I press all enter, you can see whatever rectangle we drawn that came to our view. Next one, I want to draw XY line. To draw XY line, I need to change my layer now. So I'll be going to type once again command is a layer, enter. So again you can see current layer is a construction line. Now I try to change to XY line. When I double click on XY line, it directly changes to my XY line current layer. Then I will be using command is X line. To draw your XY line, I try to prefer a command is called X line. Here there are different options are available. X line is nothing but a infinite line, both in positive x direction, positive negative x direction. It is infinite. Okay, so x line is a infinite line in both the direction, whether it is x axis, y axis or z axis. I will be choosing my horizontal line. I need x line as a horizontal. So I need a specify through point. To locate my line, I need to select my through point. So what I will try to do, I will try to select the center point for this rectangle. So that is nothing but 50 comma 50. Okay, I will be choosing the through point for my x line is nothing but center point of the rectangle, which is nothing but 50 comma 50. You can see a x line was constructed. Still it is asking a through point because we can have another x line, but I know no need to have another x line. Just I will press enter. Now my x line was created. Now next step is I try to change my layer from con- XY line to construction line, or I can go directly go to main diagram. So what I will try to do, I will directly select main drawing as my current layer. You can see here, I want to draw first front view. So first I need to construct my front view. So to construct my front view, I'll try to prefer locate a point onto the XY line. This is my XY line. I try to prefer to construct a point onto the XY line. When I locate a point onto the XY line, it's easy for me to construct the circle, because the distance between XY line to center point of the circle is 30 mm. So when I construct the point, it's easy for me to locate my circle. Okay, for that reason, what I try to prefer here, I will be using a command is called ddp type. ddp type, which is nothing but which have a different point styles. You can see there are different point styles are available. I try to prefer cross type point style with a point size as a 5. So I will click on OK. Now I will be using command is a point. Command is a point because I need to construct a point at here. So it is asking a specify a point. I will select my point somewhere onto the XY line. You can consider any point onto the XY line, because you need to draw a circle at the above and you need to draw a line at the bottom. I will be selecting a midpoint as a my point at here. You can see a point was constructed. The next step, I need to identify this point as a reference. I will be using command is a ID, because whatever point just now I drawn, this point I need to make this as a identification point. Now ID, when it is asking specify point, you try to select the mm, just the point. So this is the point I was constructed. I'll be specifying this one as a identification point. Now you can see the x value is a 50, y value is a 50, because this point was located at a 50 comma 50. Now I will directly go to construct my circle. Now it is asking center point of the circle. You can easily see the distance between this point to the center point of the circle is 30 mm. So that means I need to identify a point at here, which is nothing but I will be using relative coordinate method. So at the rate, the distance from this point to center point of the circle is, along the x direction it is 0, along the y direction it is 30 mm. I'll be using relative coordinate method to construct my circle. I will be repeating x value from here to here it is 0, y value from here to here it is 30. So my center point of this circle is at the rate 0 comma 30. Okay, enter. You can see a circle was generating. You can see a circle was generating from a distance of 30 mm from the ID or reference point. Now you can see, so in the diagram we have a diameter is given 50 mm. Okay, so see there are options are available. You can directly enter radius of the circle, or you can select diameter and you can enter the 50 diameter of the circle 50. You can see the diameter of the circle is 50 mm. Okay, then now after constructing our front view, I will try to give the notation for our front view. So I'll be using command is layer. I will change to text. Okay, I will be changing my layer to text. Now I will be using command is called text. So this is single line text. Now it is asking start point of the text or justify. I will simply select justify. There are different options are available: middle center, middle right, bottom left to bottom center, bottom right point. So I will be going to choose my middle center. I will be choosing middle center, and I will going to select the center point of the circle. Now it is asking height of the text. So I will prefer 5 mm. Then rotation, I need not to rotate my text 0 degrees. Then it is asking me to type text. My text is here O dash. You can see my text is here O dash. Okay. Next, I will be using again command is a text. Enter. It is asking again justify style. I will go with a justify. I will select middle center. Then I will try to select the, you can see in this diagram, I need to locate A dash and B dash. And clearly see, I need to locate B dash, A dash and O dash. O dash already I located. Now I need to give name for A dash. For that reason, I am going to select my quadrant point. Now it is asking again specify height. I will be mentioning 5. Rotation angle is 0. Enter. Now I try to type the text here, which is nothing but A dash, but it is crossing with my circle. For that reason I will be using some space such that it will exactly match with my convenient point. Okay, then again I will be using command is again text. Enter. Now I will go with a justify, again middle center. Then I will select the another quadrant point at the right side. Okay, again it is asking height of the text 5, rotation angle 0. Now I will type my text here B dash. You can see. So this is how we can give text for front view. After that I need to construct my top view. To construct my top view, again I want to change layer to construction line. Okay, I will be changing my layer to construction line. Then I will be using command is called ray. Okay, I will be using command is called ray. Ray is nothing but semi-infinite line. It have a starting point, but it don't have end point. So I will try to have my starting point is nothing but A dash. You can see it is starting, but it don't have any end point. So I need to have my ray at a vertical downward direction, which is nothing but at the rate you can consider whatever length uh, you can consider whatever length you want, but angle should be in the downward direction, which is nothing but 270. In previous class we seen positive x direction is 0 degrees, positive y direction is 90 degrees, negative x direction is 180 degrees, negative y direction is 270 degrees. Now this is your negative y direction, so definitely it is 270 degrees. When I press enter, you can see a ray was constructed. Still it is asking another point through points. I will press enter. Now again I will going with a command is a ray, enter. Now it is asking a start point. I will select my quadrant point, that is B dash point. Again similar through point. Okay, you can consider whatever length you want, but the angle should be 270 because it is in the downward direction. I will press enter. Again it is asking a through point. Press enter. Okay, then I drawn my construction lines. Now what I try to do, next step I try to draw my top view. To draw top view, you can see here. So top view is at a distance of 20 mm from the XY line. So top view is at a distance of 20 mm from the XY line. For that reason, what I try to do, I will go with a command is layer, enter. I will be changing into main drawing. Okay. Then I will be using a command is called point. Okay, you can see why I required a point, because I'll be locating my point at here. You can see there is an intersection point between my ray and X line, because when I locate my point at here, when I locate my point at here, I can easily select this is my identification point, and I can draw my A to B point very easily with the help of this identification point. Okay, for that reason I constructed a point onto the intersection. Then I will be using a command is called id, enter. Then I will select this as my identification point or reference point. I will be selecting this point as a reference or identification point. You can see this was selected. Next, I will be using a command is called line, enter, because you can see the distance between this point to this A is 20. So if I see from here, the point should be, I will be using a relative coordinate method at the rate. From here to here, x value is a 0, but y value you can see, which is nothing but minus 20. Y value is a minus 20, x value is a 0. So if I mention it here, uh, my first point is at the rate 0 comma minus 20, press enter. You can see a line was starting at here. Now it is asking a specify next point. I try to select the perpendicular line point which is coming from the B dash. I will be repeating the perpendicular point which is coming from the B dash. Now it is still asking a next point. I will press enter. Now I drawn my top view also. Then I will try to change my layer to notate my text here. I will be selecting text. I can give a tick mark here. Back to after changing our layer to text as a current layer, then I will be using command is called text, enter. It is asking justify style. I will choose justify. Middle, center, I will be selecting this intersection point or end point. It is asking specify height. I will be using height is 5 mm, rotation angle 0, enter. Now I try to type my text is A, and I will be giving space such that it will be correctly aligned with my diagram. Again I will be using command is called text, enter. Then I will be using justify, middle, center. I will be selecting this endpoint. Text height is 5, rotation angle is 0. I will type my text B. Okay, I will try to align this text to which perfectly match with my diagram. So this is how I can give notation to my top view. Then you can see here, before giving dimension, what I try to do, you can see here this rectangle is crossing me with my front view. I try to avoid with that one with a command is called stretch. I will be using command is called stretch, and I will try to select the rectangle. Now enter. Now it is asking base point. I will select the midpoint of the top rectangle line. I will try to move my rectangle at a distance of 10 above. So for that reason, at the rate 0 comma 10, positive 10 I will be entering, such that my rectangle will move 10 mm above in such a way that you can clearly see. Okay, this is how I can shift my rectangle, or I can stretch my rectangle. Next command is layer, change to dimensioning. I will be changing my current layer as a dimensioning. Then I will be using command is dim linear. So I try to give dimension between the intersection point and A point. You can see this is my 20 mm between my intersection point to A. Again, command is dim linear. I will be using first point as a intersection point. Second point is a this tangent point or my quadrant point or end point. I can choose anything. Here you can see the distance between this intersection point to this O dash point is 30 mm. Then I will be using command is dim linear. Command is dim linear. Okay, I will be going to select a point. You can clearly see I will be selecting my first point is a point, second point is B, then the distance between A to B is a 50 mm. Then I will try to use command is called dim dia. I will be using command is dim dia. Then I will select the circle. Then I will be locating dimension in this way. Okay, you can clearly visualize. So whatever diagram we shown at the starting, that is exactly matching with this one. Okay, thank you for your patience listening.